Good morning. Welcome to Margaret being Margaret. I know it's been a while. I want to show you where I want to sit today because we're going to have a kind of long chat. So, hang on. I set up my stand so I can sit on the floor, which is my favorite place to sit, by the way, and we can talk. Okay, how crazy is that? Do you know, I have preferred to sit on the floor my entire life. So happy middle of December. I feel good. Still am being me. It's just, it won't quite go away. But I told you, I gotta get my feet. I told you I also have to get something. Hang on. Sugar. Thought I was ready. Gotta sit cross-legged. So how are you all? I hope you're hanging in. Hope you're having a good December. I am. I told you in the last video that once I was in the mood, I had a story. I recorded it the other night, but I recorded it with the lights off so we could see the Christmas tree. Yeah. It looked like one of those bad 8mm movies from 20 years ago. First thing, I've been eating my fruitcake, but I got this in the mail. Now, I think I know who it's from because you put up on the comments that you were sending it, but oh my, it said it was sent. Merry Christmas, I'm a faithful viewer, love your channel. From Texas. I've never had it. Now, I'm not going to open it right now because if I start eating it, we'll have to stop filming because I'll keep eating it. But I think it's Nola. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But if it is Nola, who I do not know, thank you so much. Absolutely not necessary. Absolutely appreciated. What a wonderful, wonderful surprise. So thank you. Okay, glasses are coming off. Hopefully they don't hit the microphone. Got to check the hair because I'm vain. You're all probably in the thick of things. I've said before, I don't do Christmas shopping. I do Christmas. I love Christmas. I love everything about it. I'm just happy and content, but I don't do gifts. You saw me do the family calendars, and those are almost all distributed already. Michael, Nikki, and I decided a couple years ago to stop exchanging gifts because really, once you're an adult, it makes no sense. And you know, when I've said that in the past, so many of you have said that you wish, adjusting, that you could stop it, but you can't get everybody to agree. Well, then don't. I really don't understand it. If I said, folks, I'm not going to do Christmas gifts this year, I can't comfortably afford it. I don't know what everybody wants. I'm buying to buy. I love you all, and I'm not going to participate. Doesn't mean you all shouldn't. And I will enjoy every minute of you opening your gifts, but please do not buy for me. That's all. I don't understand what's so difficult about that. And then don't do it and don't be guilted into it. Well, I just went off on a tangent that I didn't plan to. This could potentially turn into a very long and chatty video. I can't speak. Maybe it'll be a short one. I've got so much. I've got so much that I want to talk to you about and run by you. Have you give your opinions because I do love them, and I'm not sure where to start. So it's going to be kind of convoluted. But remember, this is Margaret being Margaret. Chances of anything being straightforward are slim to none. Okay. We all know I sold the salon in September 15th. It's going to be a national holiday if I have my way. It was in the works for a couple of years. I've said it. I want to retire. I want to retire. I want to retire. I asked the girls if they wanted it. Nobody wanted it because they're not dumb. And I really didn't think it would sell. Everyone, including me, had always thought I would drop dead at the salon. Never thought I'd walk away because it was my third child and I adored it. And then I got tired and then I lost interest. And I'm amazed that I lost interest, but I did. So we knew it was time, and I was so hopeful that somebody would step up and buy it just so I had a little bit of retirement income because I didn't have any, I mean, that much. And after 37 years, it would have been nice to have a little. So, first of all, I thought it sold last spring and it fell through. And then somebody else stepped up and wanted it, but it went on, dragged on for months. And I couldn't say anything because you never know. And I wasn't sure till the day before that it would sell. September it sold. Yes. I walked away. People were concerned, how would I do? How would I do? But I had a plan, and it wasn't a plan I could talk about. And now I can. And I have to be very mindful of other people's privacy. For me, I could care less, you know that, but the rest of the world matters. So, more backstory. I have my two kids, Dennis and Michael. Michael is the one that I still have contact with. Michael dated Nikki for off and on college, high school and college. I really thought Nikki was the one. And I think Michael and Nikki thought they were a forever couple, and it didn't turn out that way. After a long time, they made the decision to separate, and it was very amicable, and life goes on. Michael, I assumed, may never settle down. He bought a house. He was fine. He's got a job. But, I've said he spent summers in Yellowstone and was a very true bachelor. And then 3 or 4 years ago, I lose track of time, very unexpectedly, Michael was in Yellowstone and sent me a picture of my new roommate and travel companion, and I thought it was a grizzly bear, and I thought he was going to be dead, which is what I worried about for 8 weeks at a time, and it was Nikki. And they had been apart for 15 years, 11 years, somewhere, a long time. And they got back together, and she had been living in Florida. She came up here. All right, long story. They had a surprise wedding almost a year and a half ago. And, Michael's going to be 40 in April. So once they got married, I was kind of like, oh, I wonder. But you zip it. Now, I'm always very concerned anytime somebody's of childbearing age. It took me 7 years to have Dennis, and I had multiple miscarriages. So I'm so concerned for people, oh, will they be able to? It's none of my business. And I was on baby watch without asking any questions. Well, last Christmas, I figured they'd been married a year. If it was ever going to happen, they'd tell us, but they're getting older. Nothing, nothing. So I finally said, okay, it's probably not going to happen. I'm 70. I never planned on having grandchildren. I never really cared one way or the other. And people always said, oh, you're going to miss it. Oh, you don't know what you're missing. Oh, it's so. I put every ounce of energy into having my children. I sat on the floor for 10 years and watched them play, never interrupted, joined them when they wanted me to, taught the ABC. I was very, very much a hands-on mom and had a ball. But I truly said, it's okay if I don't have grandkids because I've kind of run on empty. And, I knew that was gone. Well, the week after Christmas last year, Nikki came in to the salon for a haircut. And Michael sometimes showed up and they went out for lunch afterwards or dinner. So it was not a big deal. And I couldn't, a lot of times I walk out with them, but I couldn't. I had something to do. And so I walked him out anyway. And Michael said, oh, good, we got a chance to talk to you. I have a favor to ask you. And it was December and it was cold out. And it was the week after Christmas. And I said, what do you need? Whatever do you want a kidney? I'll go in and get a pair of scissors and cut it out right now. Whatever you guys need, because I adore them. And he just laughed and said, no, but could you knit us a small pair of pink booties? I froze. This was my reaction. No joy. I went, oh, that's so nice. I was completely in shock, completely overwhelmed, completely numb. I was numb. And I was just so happy. But that was it. I feel so bad. I still apologize to them about my reaction. When I went back in the salon, I was screaming, but, they never got to see that reaction. So anyway, Nikki and Michael had a baby girl in June. Now, for good reason, I couldn't share the news. They don't trust me. With good reason. When I'm excited, I blab. They didn't let me talk about the wedding. It was a surprise. It almost killed me. When they told me they were having a little girl, they didn't tell anybody the name. They wanted it kept quiet as a surprise. I knew the name. It almost killed me. So I apologize to all of you for keeping the secret, but it wasn't mine to tell. And now they trust me, silly people. But they told me I could share it. So, unexpectedly, at almost 70, I get to relive the happiest part of my life. Nikki, my daughter-in-law, is so wonderful to me, and I'm a part of it. I'm over there a couple days a week, 3 days a week. I've got to watch my little one grow, and she knows me, and the arms come out, and this is not gonna turn into a grandma channel because I haven't had a grandma channel in the 6 months, and I won't have, but this is my one chance to ooh and ah, and, she's a little baby, I said, doesn't wanna take a bottle, and I've known since summertime that when Nikki goes back to school as a teacher in January, that I'm gonna be a full-time Oma. Oma is German for grandma. I had begged for her. I didn't want her in childcare, didn't want her in daycare, if they would trust me with her, and daycare is so bloody expensive. Around here, it's about $500 a week. And there's nothing wrong with daycare. Anybody who has to do that, God bless you. If you don't have to, I'm thrilled for you. I know that I am a great mentor for little ones. Teenage years, probably I'm not so good. But Michael, of course, is the most trepidatious because I'm his mom, and they've watched me with her, and it's, I just absolutely adore every second that I'm there. I it's rejuvenating. It brings back the happiest time of my life. So, starting in January, I'm a full-time Oma, and I am so looking forward to it. But as I have alluded to for the last 6 months, I wanna sell my house. I had been badgering Mike and Nikki, not really, because when I start to badger, Michael tells me to shut up. He's very good about handling his mother. It's just they're a half an hour away, and it's gonna be long days, and I would give anything to just have a small in-law apartment so that when I go home, it's a walk, and I don't have to, and when my granddaughter is walking and wants to go see her Oma, it's a walk. I just wanna be an integral part of her life if they allow it, because I'm 70. I wanna make memories, and I wanna teach, and I wanna be all the things that I was with my kids when they were small. So anyway, I've alluded to selling the house. Mike and Nikki have, asked me to do it, to follow my dream, and they just bought a house. They had a small, small place, and with the baby, they knew they had to get a different house. They're not the kind of people that are ostentatious. They get just enough house to be comfortable, and I am selling this with their blessing. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, and building a small house, in-law apartment attached behind their garage. So, as things change in the next 6 months, the house will go up for sale as soon as the weather breaks, towards spring. I, um, I am so happy, relieved, excited, calm, nostalgic. I don't know what else. I am so ready. The house I designed, first of all, um, had no bedroom because I wanted to put a Murphy bed. That got nixed because as Mike and Nikki said, and we're very good about not being maudlin, but knowing, I might have 10 years, I might have 20. God bless me, if I have 30. After that, they'll probably wanna rent the place out, and then maybe someday when my granddaughter's grown up, maybe they'll wanna move over to it. So they wanted a good-sized bedroom. So I've been redrawing and redrawing, which what a shame because I love that, and finally came up with something that I love. Oh, I'm so excited, and I'll share that with you. So the next phase of life, since I've got this house under control, is deciding whether I wanna go with a realtor to sell this or sell it myself. You're talking $25,000 in somebody's pocket, which I don't have and will need, to sell this house. So I have a good friend whose, significant other just sold a house near Boston, and I'm gonna sit and talk to him because he sold his own home, see if I feel it's something that won't put me over the edge. I have a very short cliff to get off of. If not, it'll go up with a realtor, and that's fine too. And then we'll start building mine, and you will be along for the ride. I love this. I love construction. I love everything about this. I'm already having a ball in my mind planning things. I'm driving Miss Nikki crazy with thoughts. She's very gracious. I know enough not to say a word to Michael. He gets overwhelmed and gets mad. Um, I made the mistake of saying to him, "Do you want my lawnmower and stuff?" I thought he was going to kill me. It's like we haven't even signed the purchase and sale. We just stop. In the meantime, that's done. So I think they'll be moving in February. Um, I would think most likely. And my little one, for the first time yesterday, took a bottle. Cutting it close, aren't we? Because I had visions of screaming and oh my god, and she's very attached to her mom, of course, because she's a breastfed baby, and Nikki and her are inseparable, and I'm so thrilled. Um, I'm coming in a real strong third behind Michael, so we're gonna be okay. She's gonna get up from naps and look around like, "Really? You again?" But, she's not gonna be miserable. The other thing is Michael was 4.5 months when he started crawling. They actually did a study on him. At 5 months, he was up cruising furniture, and I watched this little one from the time she was 3 months old going like, "Oh, no." She does have Michael's agility, Nikki's brains, and Nikki's very athletic also, but, 5.5 months, she's crawling. She started really scooting at 4.5. Michael was cheering her on, hoping she beat his record, and I was going like, "Sure, you're both gonna go to work. Oma's gonna be running around." But, yeah, she's already up and about, and she's, of course, the most perfect child that ever lived, just in case anybody cared to know. Nothing on the channel should change after today, except for you seeing me packing up, building the house, hoping to get we have to figure this out, people. We have to get somebody interested in sponsoring an old lady building a house. I'm gonna need a whole house generator. We're moving to a nearby town whose electric it's not real good. And again, I will never say now where I'm moving to, because safety for the family, not for me. But you'll be able to see it all. You'll be able to see everything happening. So, whole house generator. Um, I want, see my wants, I'm getting really pushy. I want a really good big lawnmower. They have an acre of land and it's a lot of trees, but a lot of grass. And can't do it without a big lawnmower. And it's a big driveway. It needs a lawnmower that can have a riding lawnmower that can have a snowplow on it. So I need to find people who want to have me film that and save a little money. Old lady needs help. Outside of that, I've already picked floors. We don't even have the architectural plans. I've got it. I've got it so that I know. And I'll show you in a minute because I can't wait to show you. But there's a lot going on, and a lot of I have to do financial stuff and make sure this is my last hurrah. I can't make any mistakes. Michael, Nikki, and I know everything's got to be legal and written out. We're not going to play with that. We know what happens with families, and of course, like everybody else, it could never happen to us. But we all know it could. And I said to them, "Look, you pick up stakes and move to Yellowstone, and I have a refrigerator box to live in. I'm screwed. Do I think it will ever happen? No, but we're not stupid." So, and one of the things is I had a couple of guests at the salon who did that with their son, and sold their house, invested in a house where they had an apartment, and unexpectedly, after years, he met somebody. They sold it right out from under them because they had nothing in writing, um, and moved away. So no matter how close a family is, I know it can happen. So do Mike and Nikki. We will do everything by the book. Um, I don't, I want to be part of that family forever. So I'm so happy. I have fruitcake, tea, and a new project, and a grandbaby. Who knew? A year ago, I would have thought you were crazy. I want to get the iPad and show you if I can. I don't know how I can do this, but I think I can. You know that I need massive amounts of light. I'm looking at this as I talk to you. So if I had my way, I'd live in a solarium. But I'll show you this as a blueprint first. All righty, here we go. All right, the garage is going to be here. So you're going to go behind the garage. Okay. Behind the garage, which will be here, we're going to walk in here. There's a kitchen, a coat closet, a countertop for food. This is a door into the garage so that my baby and Nikki, Mike, and I can get through to their house without going around. Bathroom with a shower, washer and dryer stackable. Nice big living room. I had to put this color rug because that's what Chelsea made me get, so that stands out. And then a big bedroom because that's what Mike and Nikki wanted. They have a king-size bed if they ever move over there someday, and a 12-foot closet. So it has absolutely everything that you could want. Can you see it? And all the windows. 3 windows on the back side of the house, 2 windows on the side in the living room. Bedroom has 3 windows. Bathroom, just a small window, nothing kitchen. But it won't need it with all the light, and it's open. So let me switch it. Okay, we're walking in here. You see the kitchen with the countertop. Into the bedroom. I didn't put any other furniture in there. Now, I only have that small day bed. This room is going to be able to have dance parties. Nice kitchen. And what's so important for me is, you know how I absolutely love my brother's cabinet storage that he made for me? I've got to have that. And I have one like that that's like 15 inches deep for dishes, even though I have storage here, and another one for pantry, then my nice bath. So that's the house. This is looking at the house from the couch in the living room so that you can see into the bedroom. I'm going to have the same blue cabinets under the TV for storage, and going into the kitchen, you can see the countertop and all the cabinets, and that from there will go into the bathroom. Look at that, look at that, look how happy I am. And that's the view from the kitchen into the living room. So, give me some feedback. Be gentle, because I'm too happy. Nobody's going to burst this bubble. Nobody. I had my visit. Yeah, I'm done talking about that because I would go on way too long. I did tell the tenant that I'm going to put the house up for sale. Told Mike and Deb across the street. And, maybe I'll get lucky somebody will come out of the woodwork that wants it, so I don't even have to put it on the market. Anybody in local watching, two-family house, gorgeous condition, top dollar needed. Because of being retired, we've talked about this, I haven't gone to Hannaford's. I went for the first time in December and spent $50. That was yesterday. I went and bought potatoes, onions, Hamburg, and because it's so much less expensive if you buy like 3 pounds, I bought a 3-pound packet. Came home, made a meatloaf. I love meatloaf. I can't eat a lot of it. I don't like the texture anymore, but with potatoes, carrots, and onions boiled. So I put those all in the Instapot. There was so much meat that I had to make the meatloaf in a bundt pan, and I had a small jar of Prego sauce. Well, I decided to put the whole jar of Prego in. I had to drain my meatloaf 3 times, but it's delicious. So I've been eating very healthy for the last day or 2, and I'll have some more today. Yesterday, I didn't even have fruitcake. Today, we'll be opening the new one, and I'll let you know. I haven't been spending a cent. And the coupon I got from Women Within, spend $100, get 50, and I thought I would. Well, I went on the site. This is TMI, but I like Bally Skimp Scamp underwear. It's just very comfortable. It's got one seam up the back, and they're $10 like a pair of underwear. So I actually thought, all right, I'll buy all those because the way I work is, I wear everything until it's getting a little shaggy, and then it goes out, and I bring up my back up so that nobody ever has to clean out my house of old crappy stuff. I put it in my cart. I went on the site to use the coupon. It said I didn't spend enough. Yes, I did. I didn't spend enough on things that were going to be, that were qualified. Like, yeah, here we go. So you'd be very proud of me. Emptied the cart, ripped up the sale Christmas card, and didn't spend a penny. It's a new and improved Margaret. This week, I got together with Chelsea and her little one and my niece Kyle. We went to Kyle's house and had an awesome time just sitting and laughing for a couple of hours. I've been getting together with people. It's making this holiday very nice after not being in the salon. I have a couple of things up this week. And then I just have to plan something to cook for Christmas Eve at Bernie's house. Christmas Day, I'm going to run over and see Mike and Nikki and the little one. But I've told them, and this is hard, I'm not going to do Christmas gifts for my granddaughter. I want to put that money, the money I would give her for every gift, in an account. I had acquaintances years ago that did that and got all their family members to do it too. I wish that this could happen. And when their child got married, they had enough in an account for them to build a house because no one ever gave gifts. The parents gave what the kids needed, but all gifts for every occasion were monetary and went into the bank. I love that idea. So although I'll never make my little one rich, maybe someday when she buys her first flying car, she'll have a down payment on it. So I'm really fighting with myself about not having a gift for her. She's 6 months old. And I've got to keep my word to myself or I'm going to be disappointed. She does not need anything from me. She has great parents that can provide. So I'm not going to. Boy, that's hard. I am going to make her a pair of slippers. I'm in the process of doing that now. I think that's all. I think that's enough. I'll talk to you again a couple times before Christmas. I haven't been missing in action for any reason, except that I haven't had a lot to say. It won't last. I'm Margaret being Margaret. It won't last. Enjoy the season. Whether you're alone, whether you're with people, do what feels right for your soul. I'm done.